Hi, I'm Robert Martinez, the apartment Rockstar. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Rock. Today we're at Bender Hollow Apartments, a 100-unit community in the Humble portfolio that we have at Rockstar Capital. Back in March, we suffered a fire. We lost use of the complete building. Thankfully, nobody was hurt. Thankfully, it wasn't our fault. But now we're here to see the reveal of what the community looks like today. I can't wait to see it. I haven't been here in quite a bit, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how it looks. Come on, let's check it out. All right, so we're here at the scene of the crime. I'm with National Maintenance Technician of the Year and Head of Rockstar Maintenance and Operations, Jose Alvarado. Jose, what the heck happened, man?
Well, we actually called for the third-party company to do a repair. And as what we believe, a little piece of welding material went inside the wall and the fire just started.
And how many units did we lose here?
We lost about 10 units, sir.
Lost 10 units. And that's tough on operations, right? Because if you assume $900 a month in rent, that's not just $9,000 of monthly rent you lost, but it killed our chance to do a refinance. We were at 97% occupied. We were ready. We were about to send money in to the Fannie lender to get a refinance on this property and pull a ton of equity out. But this happened. And these are some of the up and downs of property management. You can't always win. The opportunity here, though, is that we identify what happened. We've spoken with the vendor. We've talked to Jose on how we can prevent this from happening again, and we're going to get better from this. We also have new interiors now, though, because fire insurance helped us with the money to replace the units. We're going to be positioned for refinance or maybe even to sell now later this year. But you know, stuff happens, but you just got to be prepared for it. Let's go inside and check out the units. All right, so this is the big reveal. I haven't seen this unit since March. It was featured on a previous Daily Rock. I remember when I got the call, I was just in shock. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't know what had happened. I knew there was a third party involved, but this was my first look into the property. Now I get a chance to see what we've done, what it looks like now. I'm curious. Let's see, the big reveal. Wow, I remember there was sheetrock and there was insulation falling down. There was no sheetrock on the walls. This was all burnt up. There was water everywhere. I wish you could smell the difference, how this smelled like a new house versus the smell we had from before. And the fire stood over here. I mean, gosh. Right there in the corner, you can't see it, but behind there is that pipe that the third-party company was doing the welding on, plumbing company, and that spark of the weld material, the rod, just came inside and it just ignited it. Still shocked how it happened. It was disappointing because, as I said, it killed a refinance. We were able to refinance a property last year and sell a property last year, which had a tremendous amount of returns for our investors. This would have been a nice $4 to $5 million gain had it happened, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen. We still had a fantastic year, but it slowed down the returns. But yet, this property is doing so well that even without a building, it was still cash flowing. It was still able to even do distributions. It was ridiculous how we were able to do that. But we bought it right, we decreased the value, and now it's time to harvest out, to refinance the property, pull equity, or potentially sell. It's 100 units. It's a great opportunity for someone to come in and buy. We're trying to get bigger properties in the future, so this may be a sell candidate. I'll let Sam figure out what we need to do. With every failure comes opportunity, and when this property burned, it gave us a chance to pause, slow down, and really figure out what is it that we want to do now as we rebuild the units, as we rebuild the interiors. And we were able to do some things that we don't normally do in our rehabs. We added new light switches, very nice sensitive light switches, modern 2020 type design, LED lights on the ceiling fans, USB cables on all of the electric plugs, because as we all know, right, we had chargers, right? We got to adapt to where the market is today. So, often when you have failures, there's a lesson to be learned, but there's also some upside if you take advantage of it. you know, we're able to turn some lemons into lemonade here at this property. And it's gonna be great for our investors. It's gonna be great for the residents. We should become a market leader like we were once before, but we're better equipped. So at Bender Hollow, part of the business plan is to have a flat rate utility billing concept. Similar to an all bills paid. We charge the rent, we charge them a flat rate for utilities, water, trash, and gas, and it's a convenience lifestyle. They know what it is every single month. There's no high months, there's no low months, it's the same time. So obviously, as we use the money from the fire proceeds to rebuild, we wanna make sure we take advantage of that. So we've added brand new digital thermostats, programmable. It cannot go below a certain number, it cannot go above a certain number. That's good for us as the investor. We've also added LED lights throughout all the interior of the apartments. Really good for us. Pennies a day to operate versus the dollars a day. We're gonna move on to the bathroom. We've added a lot of updates here to make us not just competitive, but to maximize our shareholder value. First thing we did we added the low flow toilets. They now flush at 0.8 gallons per flush. Why is that important? The average apartment unit has anywhere from 2 to 4 occupants in the apartment, and they flush that toilet 4 to 5 times a day each. When they were 5 gallons, that's a lot of water. 5 gallons per flush. Per flush was, you're looking at 4 people, that's 20 gallons every single time for each people. That's hundreds of gallons a day. And now we've reduced that to 0.8 gallons per flush. We cut it by at least 80 to 90%. It's literally was watered down the drain. Now we get to capitalize on that. That's increased our shareholder value. Additionally, we've added granite countertops throughout all the bathrooms and the kitchens. No more resurfacing costs. We don't have to hire a third-party vendor to come in here. And in fact, we're about to update our business model to include granite. Not because it's great for the investors only because we save money, but also it's more desirable, it's more expected in 2020 to have nicer finishes. Additionally, here we added an oversized shower head, but it's also water conservation friendly. So it's coming out at a much lower flow. And we added designer backsplash. It gives it more appeal, more color. This unit should rent really, really easy. Let's go check out the kitchen. All right, so as I mentioned earlier, when you get lemons, you gotta make lemonade with it, right? One of the main benefits of a fire is that you get new fire insurance money to come in, and you gotta slow down, you gotta wait for the process, you gotta plan the renovation, you get to plan on what you need to do. You gotta spend money in the kitchen. I'm excited with this kitchen. We got all new granite countertops, we have brand new cabinets, we have microwave. Not all of our properties have microwaves. They're stainless steel, we have an extra deep sink. Everything just gets an opportunity to just really sell this property, make it pop. This is clearly one of our best properties from an interior standpoint. Our other properties that have had that have had granites countertops have done very, very well. In fact, we're about to refinance those, which is really exciting. And I wonder if some of that was because the interiors were done, and they were done at a high level. I think it's exciting. I'm looking forward to how this property either refinances or sells later this year. This is beautiful. So the final improvement here at Bender Hollow was on the outside. We got a chance to add high energy efficient sliding glass doors, which are great for the investors because again, we're on a flat rate billing method. So we're only gonna get a certain amount of income coming in. So we can reduce the energy footprint that we have, the consumption, we're gonna make more money, it drives the NOI and increases the valuation. So having double pane sliding glass doors is a big deal for us, but also having full-size washer and dryers. That's a huge selling feature. We don't have properties in our portfolio today that don't have washer and dryers in them. It's huge. Nobody wants to go to the laundromat at night. It's a security issue. Plus, it's a privacy issue, right? You don't want anybody going through your clothes. You risk theft. Having it here behind some secure doors in the comfort of your apartment is great. This property should lease up really, really quick, and I'm really excited about it. That was really refreshing to see. When this fire occurred back in March and I first heard about it and showed up and got to see what this community looked like, I was devastated by it. I hated to see the loss of a whole building. I hated to see
what it did to our refinance. It was 100% occupied property, and it killed the refinance that we would have had already this year. As I said earlier, we did 12 refinances to our credit, and one of them was this year. It should have been number 13. It didn't happen. The good news is we got a great team at Rockstar Capital. We got great vendors to work with, and they got that building up and running. And we learned a lot of lessons dealing with insurance as well. But thankfully, it's done. We've made some amazing improvements, and we're now rent ready. We'll be ready for the refinance later this year. Thanks for joining us on this journey. Thank you for all your feedback and support as we film our journey to 10,000 units. Thank you very much.